Well, for more on that, we're joined by Behnam Taleblu, a senior fellow at the Foundation for the Defence of Democracies. Thank you very much for being with us. So this will be, if confirmed, the Emir's first trip to Tehran since 2020. What is Qatar's role in trying to get the nuclear deal back on the table?
Well, there's a couple of different forces at play here. One of course, is Iran's regional diplomacy, what the Islamic Republic is trying to get what you may call more traditionally pro-American or simply not Iran-aligned forces in the region to do, is to have to increasingly accommodate Iranian power. And that's what they're doing through a combined arms approach, with pressure from below, from the proxies, as well as foreign pressure with the diplomatic charm offensive that we're seeing. Next, of course, is the status of countries like Qatar, who have been trying to hedge away from the pro-American order in the region and do things, as you know, such as host Hamas on their territory and have been aligned with the Brotherhood and have tried to use that as a shiv against some of their other regional adversaries. So what Qatar is trying to do now is notice the direction the winds are moving in, cognizant of this combined Iranian diplomatic offensive, and take the place historically, as it seems, of Oman, for instance, which actually did play a role in the past of not just facilitating hostages in Iran from getting out, but also facilitating the early diplomatic groundwork for America and Iran to meet, to ultimately pave the way for the JPOA nuclear deal in 2013 and JCPOA nuclear deal in 2015. So Qatar potentially may be trying to beef up its diplomatic muscles here based on the way the winds are blowing in the region.
And we're hearing that a European diplomat is also trying to get to Tehran, also to try and revive the deal. But is Iran interested? Because right now they're benefiting from higher oil prices. Are the sanctions relief, is it less interesting for them now?
Well, there's two critical points that you mentioned. One of course, is Europe's sustained interest, regardless of the new nuclear facts on the ground, in this deal, this JCPOA nuclear deal, or what is increasingly shaping up to be a lesser version of that deal, given Iran's new and irreversible nuclear advances. So, point one, politically, the Europeans remain invested in this idea of some kind of a diplomatic resolution, and they feel upset, based on what's been reported, that they could have come so close to a draft of a potential agreement earlier in 2022, but the U.S. and the Iranians were fighting over the potential delisting of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization. Second, to your point about Iran not needing the sanctions relief, I think increasingly we're moving in a direction where obviously the nation of Iran would need it, what's left of the legitimate private sector in that country would need it, but ultimately the government of the Islamic Republic seems increasingly confident saying no for three reasons. One, of course, is a tactical reason to see if America will accommodate them even further, to try to widen the goalposts. The second, of course, is the oil issue that you mentioned. Not only are they benefiting from high oil prices, but pre-sanctions and post-sanctions and during sanctions, they've had sustained illicit oil exports to clients in China and in East Asia, for instance. So that, too, is a problem. And third, of course, is hubris. In this sense, Iran, under the government of the Islamic Republic, Khamenei himself, the supreme leader of that country, is actually intent on humiliating America, humiliating the Western order, and may want to continue along this path of still saying no.
Behnam Taleblu at the FDD, thank you very much.
Thank you.